Alright, this is... Well, it appears to be work.
Right now, I wish I was sitting at the top of a tree, looking out over a meadow, cider in hand.
We're back. I do not have chat. What I can tell you though is I have a bug in my room. Like a larger bug. I don't even know how they're marmorierte Baumwanze. 1 second, let me translate that. What I have in my room. It's just a marbled tree bug. Brown marmorated stink bug. Well, that's like I have a lamp right above my, like behind and above my screen, and it is currently on my lamp. I do not see it because it's turned away because I don't want to get blinded by the light, but I can hear it. Because those things are like, I don't even, like imagine an inch big bug and it's loud. It's pretty loud. Let me see if there's, is there anything event? This was from an event. This is not from an event. This is also not from an event. This is from an event. It isn't. This is. I don't even know. This was from an event, a Rex coin. Ah. This was also from an event. Yay! A Rex incognito. Why it is here though is still interesting. It's basically just reading, right? Yeah. I'm not reading. I should read it at some point though. Anyway, we're back and we're finishing the Ark Conquest. Not Ark Conquest. I do not have any Ark Conquest, but we're finishing up the Liwe. Why did I want to say Ark Conquest again? I mean, I do have 2 Archons on my team. One is trial, one's not. Oh, I just noticed. It's so salty here. There's salt falling from the sky too. Here we see it. How he stabbed her. Ground zero. No matter what was once here, naught remains but a single flower of salt. He once held something in his hands, upraised and opposed supreme effort. This must be the one who killed Havrea. Onion.
This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but these traces of salt. Her dying moments have since been frozen in time to this very day. The story continues that some among her people realized at last that this gentle, kind, but weak god could never protect anyone in wartime. The Archon War was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of defeat, they thought perhaps it would be better to give her a quick release.
But what about these statue thingies?
No matter how weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are slain is beyond the strength of mortal coils to bear.
They basically turn into the elements they represent. Let me see where my phone is. Oh, it's over here. Got it. We also saw it with Focalor when she died and turned into water.
Those who could not flee were thus transformed. Those of her people who were untouched by this disaster left for Liyue, where they sought refuge with Rex Lapis. Their descendants feared Havria's remnants and lived in terror that she had laid upon them an eternal curse. So they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword and offer up obeisances in hopes that her anger might be appeased. But they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once resisted, even till the end, nurse hatred for her people in her heart?
Even if this is so, I can't. This must be a lie. A false history, all of it. Don't you dare try to shake my faith!
He isn't.
Yikes. Zhongli didn't show any mercy this time either.
This is the price she must pay. Yet I would not call it a bad thing. Judging by how she appeared, I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if she may not escape that struggle immediately, simply recognizing the truth is good enough for now.
You seem all too familiar with what happened to the god of salt. You didn't just hear rumors about the way to break the seal, did you? No. You were the one who created it in the first place.
No, indeed. How sharp of you. Yet this is not a matter of wisdom, only age. Faith in a god who has already passed will do you no good.
Don't say that in Sumeru. Oh, you would have been in trouble. Considering prior to the Archon quest, they all believed in gods. Dead gods, like King Deshret and Rukkhadevata.
So it is for Havria. And so it is for Morax also.
The people of Liyue will understand that one day.
All right then. Now, would you like to accompany me in taking a trip to Guyonstone Forest?
Huh? What do you want to do, Zhongli?
Treading old ground, telling old stories. One cannot help but be reminded of old acquaintances.
There's one thing. Whoa. This one can't help is a typical Adepti thing. Adeptus thing.
Brace yourself.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Alright. We're apparently in Drangspan at the moment. Ah. Um. Let's go to Greenstone Forest. Okay. Oh, up there. Okay. Let me just climb up this thing. Bam! I think this will only show, yeah, ley line also. Wind. There's still a Geoculus over there. An unclaimed Geoculus. Are you kidding me?
Wouldn't gliding. Let's play!
Rain outlines your fate.
Yeah!
I'm going in! Let's light it up!
Think you can get away? Brace yourselves!
Judgment! Lights out.
Here we go! Brace yourselves!
Alright. Just killing those
Wouldn't
abyss
gliding be
mages.
faster?
And now we... Nah, I'll just climb. The good thing is, I do not have to switch anything. I can just use Venti. Hello, Zhongli.
Let's play!
I see a chest.
Now, I mentioned before that many gods of old have been sealed beneath the Guyan stone forest.
Stop buzzing around, Bug. There are multiple gods,
The
okay?
Adepti have presently handed Liyue over to mortals, and Havria's time was even further in the past. The Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler that she left behind should not return to Liyue.
1 second. I gotta respond to our comments. Okay.
To leave them here is to let them slumber. And it is also a homecoming.
So, what would you like us to do?
I ended an era with my own two hands. I've always wondered how I should remember that which I ended. History records, but history may be changed. This incident proved that. Time is a mighty force, and history's twist in its flow. I need to find a better way of recording history in order to engrave its truth. Stone carvings were one such ancient method, but unchanging stone, immovable earth, even one such as myself. Someday we may all disappear.
I mean, yeah, you may be immortal, but you can still die. We know that because we have a bunch of archons who have already passed.
Zhongli.
Therefore, I thought of you, traveler.
Ah, that's where the phrase came from the chasm.
You are one who crosses the celestial atlas, and who passes through countless worlds. Well, may you find treasure among the stars, even after you have left Tevat.
My opinion on Archons is ever so shifting on who is my... Okay, you're not my favorite. My favorites are Verena and Venti. But still, you might just not be on the last place anymore.
Now, I am the god of wealth, so I would think that my words have some weight here. Now then, it is time that we consigned both the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler to the sea.
Huh? Why do we need to throw them into the sea?
Because they belong to her.
As I said before, this is the place to which the remnants of many bygone gods are consigned.
Basically, you're returning her things to
This
her.
includes Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, who the Jade Chamber most recently returned to this ocean prison. Thousands of years ago, the Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Guyan Stone Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears. After so long, naught but folktales remain. Osial, you and I were foes. But our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now.
Interesting.
May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume.
Interesting. Whee!
And thus another spark of divinity departs from Liyue. My legacy shall now be left to those who come after to debate.
Interesting. You still talking more?
I will remain here for a while. I fear that moments of reminiscence like this can only grow fewer.
Won't those relics cause the Osial to grow in power? I don't think they would. I mean, there are a bunch of gods sealed on there, so I think Osial's... They're probably also alive. I feel a bit bad for the god of
We
salt.
did not measure right and wrong during the days of the Archon War in the same manner as we do today. Of course, as I am now, I only wish that she could have lived in a gentler time.
She never even wanted to be an Archon, by the sounds of it.
I will remain here for a while. I fear that
what-
moments of reminiscence like this can only grow fewer.
Won't those relics cause the Osial to grow in power?
Though the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler do have power in their own right, they are nothing before Osial.
Yeah, they're pretty
If a
weak.
day comes when he should recover his strength and return, I believe that even so, he will be defeated once more.
And last but not least,
I will remain here for a while.
what will you do now?
That is a good question. In the past, I might have given you a most specific answer, but now... Yes. I suppose I will continue in my role as a consultant at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. But if this journey was to your liking, why don't you come along the next time I am seeking to preserve memories of Liyue's past?
Like right now. Oh, we have enough for another wish, but we're not doing that. Because now we do his second quest. Stray Side Stone Souls. Whoops. But there's also a chest over here, so we'll take that. That's also the crux. This shouldn't take long. Just a few summer churls, silly churls.
No, my sword. Time for takeoff.
Carrot!
Have you heard the ballad of the treasure chest?
Ooh, cabbage. Okay, now let's go to the Adventurers Guild. Let me just do this. Okay, that's better. Alright. Catherine! You look just like Marjorie. Catherine!
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Any new commissions?
As a matter of fact, there's one that looks perfect for you two.
Huh?
Uncle Dai is one of the foremen at Huishan Hall over in Liyue Harbor. He's hoping the Adventurers Guild can spare some manpower.
What is it we have to do exactly?
I believe you'll be looking for workers.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, looking for people? Awesome. We're good at that.
I have no reason to doubt your abilities. I'm
Alright.
sure the details can be worked out face to face. If you're willing to accept this commission, head over to the dock and talk to Uncle Dai.
Alright. Isn't that the guy we delivered this stuff to? No mere stone. I think this is also the quest which will unlock Ashtaha. Never mind.
Yeah.
Another uncle guy.
Hey, are you Uncle Dai?
I am indeed.
You're from the Adventurers Guild.
Now then, you must be the adventurers assigned by the guild.
Indeed.
Huh? How could you tell?
Because we came right up to him and knew his name.
By the clothes on your back and the look on your face. Experienced adventurers at that, I'll wager.
Right again. You're pretty perceptive.
It's good eyes.
In this trade, you need a sharp eye for people, not just rocks. Uncle Dai can see what you're made of from a long way off. All right, my assistant should be arriving soon, so let's just wait here a moment.
Woo-woo. That's why we're here. Now there's someone else taking a cut?
Well, to tell you the truth, this is a very difficult matter. Too much for adventurers alone to handle life here.
So there is someone else. Do you think we're not up to the job?
Steady Paimon.
It just occurred to me that you don't have all the facts. The incident in question happened in a mine, and it's a little out of the ordinary, to say the least. Mines are dangerous places, as I'm sure you're aware. As such, I've enlisted an industry expert to cover all contingencies. Last time I checked, adventurers weren't experts in ore appraisal or geological analysis. With a professional by your side, everything should run smoothly.
Did you hire fucking Zhongli?
Besides, this guy's the best in his field. No matter the rock, he'll tell you its value to the nearest mora at a glance.
Is it Zhongli?
I'd go as far to say that there's not a soul on Tevat that knows rocks better than him. I'd be a fool to not enlist an expert of his caliber.
It's 100% Zhongli. If there's anyone who knows rocks, it's Zhongli.
You're a fool if you think you found Tevat's #1 rock expert.
No, Paimon, I think he picked Zhongli. And if that's the case, then you cannot deny.
Oh? And why might that be?
Because Tevat's #1 rock expert happens to be a friend of ours.
You must be talking about... Perfect, I was planning to ask him a few questions.
Ha! Didn't expect that, did you? Wait here. We'll go fetch him. Paimon bets Zhongli is listening to the storyteller. Let's head over.
In the end, he's the one who hired him. But yeah, if there's anyone who knows about rocks, then it's Zhongli. Makes sense. He is basically the god of rocks. Error. Of course. Yeah, it should be around here. There's no one else here. He's completely alone. Are you fucking kidding me?
In our last tale, Rex Lapis.
Bug! Stop bugging around.
Zhongli, there you are.
Oh. Here for a few tales? I didn't know you two were connoisseurs.
Oh, no, we're here for you. Do you have time?
Ah, something I'm rarely short of.
We have a special
We need
task.
someone who understands geology and ore.
Yeah.
Someone who understands geology and ore.
Take a look around. Is there anyone in Teyvat more qualified?
Yeah, without the guy knowing in the background who is telling the story. Yeah, no one is.
The requester claims to have enlisted Teyvat's #1 rock expert, but Paimon doesn't believe a word of it. Nobody understands rocks better than you.
You appear to have taken his claim quite personally on my behalf.
Oh, no. It's just Uncle Dai doesn't know what he's talking about.
Are you sure?
Paimon just wants to enlighten him.
I see. Well, then it will be my pleasure to accompany you.
Really?
But I should inform you that despite my expertise, I cannot necessarily claim to be a leading authority. We are at all times adrift in a sea of learning. New knowledge should be welcomed with open arms. Still, I imagine I will be of help to you in this endeavor. If we do encounter an expert, I look forward to broadening my own understandings.
Bitch, you're the god of rocks. And you're fucking 6,000 years old. I would be more than surprised if someone somehow knew more than you.
Stop being so modest, Zhongli. Well, we got him. Let's head back to Uncle Dai.
I wonder who he thought of. Bring.
Wouldn't gliding be faster? Uncle Dai, we're back!
Oh. And this must be the friend you spoke of?
Yep. Paimon doesn't know who your rock expert is, but he's got nothing on our guy.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Still, I do have a claim to some experience in this field.
Again, you're the god of rocks.
Uh-huh. So you say. Wait till my guy gets here. Then we'll see. It's no use me singing his praises. You'll have to see for yourselves.
Is this the place?
Aha! Speak of the devil. Allow me to introduce my assistant, Kun-jun.
Hello.
Young Kun, these are 2 adventurers assigned to us. And as for this gentleman...
Here's Zhongli, a consultant from the funeral parlor.
Longsheng Funeral Parlor's consultant. Mr. Zhongli. I've heard about you. They say you're a man of great knowledge and many talents. I had no idea I'd be meeting you in person today.
I'm sure I recognize you. Have we met at the parlor? Wait, I've never been to the parlor.
Uncle Dai, aren't you gonna test them?
So, what were you planning?
Huh? I wouldn't know where to start.
Then they can figure out a way to test each other. If Zhongli wins, he's the assistant. If Zhongli loses... never mind. Zhongli won't lose.
He might lose on purpose, just because of that.
A contest? Why, it would be my pleasure.
I admire your enthusiasm, good sir.
I must say, you certainly have the look of an industry expert about you. It'll be interesting to see which one of us wins.
You seem nice. I don't trust you so far.
Stop talking the talk and start walking the walk.
I'm just saying it like I see it. Which is, incidentally, the only skill I have worth talking about.
So you're an appraiser, Mr. Kunjun.
Well, no. Actually, I've already forgotten what I'm in Liyue Harbor for. I was standing by the side of the road one day when Uncle Dai called me over. He saw me holding a rock and asked me a few questions. He seemed incredibly excited, even followed me for a while. We arranged to meet here.
Huh? How could you forget something like that?
I saw him on my way over to Liyue Harbor, poring over rocks and muttering to himself. He looked to be very familiar with them. I asked him a few questions out of curiosity. To my surprise, he knew more than me, an old mining foreman. In any case, he didn't have any pressing matters and agreed to help me.
So, do you have a poor memory?
Not exactly. Anyway, if it's rocks you need help with, I can most certainly lend a hand. Mr.
Okay.
Zhongli, what do you make of this rock?
A glossy exterior, with a fissure that could only have been left in the wake of a volcanic eruption. If I'm not mistaken, this is a rough gem from another nation.
Ah, a keen eye.
It's no ordinary rough gem. Fragile surface layer, black veining. My intuition tells me that there's high-quality crystal ore inside.
Remarkable! This rock does indeed hail from the vicinity of a volcano. I came across it in a market and snapped it straight up. The seller thought it was some leftover industrial remnant. They had no inkling of the treasure that lay within.
What makes this one so
Purity
special?
and geological rarity alone aren't enough to make a treasure. Some of the most precious crystals contain deposits of water or sand. In the moment of its formation, the crystal hidden within this stone shell captured a pocket of water. For water to be hidden in its depths, like a moon concealed within a mountain, reflecting shafts of daylight that make it through. Now that's a rare treasure.
Such a detailed description. Almost like you saw it with his own 2 eyes. Say, you're not trying to hoodwink us, are you? After all, we haven't even seen what's inside yet.
Everything he said is true. Most crystals are born in high-temperature environments. Heat and water aren't natural bedfellows, of course, which is why crystals with water deposits are so sought after. Moreover, this particular crystal contains mountain lake water. A rare find indeed.
Well, if Zhongli says so, it must be true.
Yeah, again, no one knows rocks as well as Zhongli.
I've yet to encounter anyone with a judgment as shrewd as yours, Mr. Zhongli. How did you know exactly what lay within?
I've seen many such stones in my time. I recognized it immediately. I hope you didn't mind me flaunting my experience, Mr. Kunjun.
The bug is out. It's on the outside of my lab now. Unmoving. Stay in that area and do not come closer, bug. Please. I hate bugs.
Of course not. I feel I've met a kindred spirit here today. I hope you will accept my friendship. Uncle Dai, it would be a mistake for Mr. Zhongli not to join us. Trust me when I say that his level of expertise is unrivaled in the trade. You won't come across another of his caliber in your lifetime.
True.
Very well. There is strength in numbers, after all. Everyone, follow me to the chasm. There are men counting on you to find them.
Okay. Okay, let's just take this. Right! This was around the time the chasm wasn't open yet. Like, this part didn't exist when this quest came out, so... Yeah, well... We're not going in the chasm. Sunny! My red isn't it sunny? I will not accept it just because I'm alive. Oh, die. It'll do.
Whoa, this mine is huge.
This is where the incident occurred.
Whoa! See the fuck up back there, wherever you now landed. I can't see it anymore, but I know it flew and it landed.
6 days
I heard
ago,
it.
a group of us left the site to attend to other matters. When we returned, the 4 men we'd left behind had vanished. I led a team around the entire mine, but found no trace. That's when I decided to enlist help.
So 4 miners have disappeared.
And we probably would need to look whether or not they were
Yes,
basically
there were 10 of us.
roll out.
We lost Long, Bold Sen, Brave Sen, and Mao. I worked with all of them.
Long, Bold Sen, Brave Sen, and Mao. What a name. Bold Sen and Brave Sen, are they twins?
Workers in this trade are usually young men in the prime of their lives. Could it be that the 4 of them left for another mine?
Unlikely. There's no other lodging for miles around, and we didn't pass any other mines on the way over.
Huh. Such a huge mine. Did you really manage to explore every corner?
Underground, overground, we left no stone unturned. We tried everything short of digging further into the earth itself. How could 4 sturdy young men just vanish into the bedrock?
We'll need to explore the site ourselves before extracting any conclusions.
Very well. I'll wait here. Please, proceed wherever you'd like. If you come across any clues, let me know straight away.
So strange. How could the 4 of them just suddenly disappear? Did they run away from something? Let's look around.
Whoops.
Over here. What's this? A pile of shirts, some trousers.
Huh. A few everyday items. They must belong to Uncle Dai and his men.
Likely.
1, 2, 3, 4. Huh. That seems right. 10 shirts, 10 pairs of trousers. These must be spares, right? Look, Uncle Dai's clothes are identical.
The 4 of them have been gone for 6 days without a change of clothes.
There's also a few handkerchiefs and some soap lying around. Oh, and some tool belts.
Items for washing one's face before the dawn shift. Mining equipment.
So, they didn't take any supplies.
Correct.
Maybe they didn't need them.
Improbable. There are 4 pickaxes missing. It seems likely they left with the tools of their trade. They had time to take their tools, but not their everyday items? Curious.
Huh. Why would someone set off with their tools, but leave their luggage behind?
1, they were working close by and didn't need to move their personal effects. But seeing as they've yet to return, this seems an unlikely hypothesis. Or 2, they were forced to leave and had no time to think about their supplies.
Oh.
Do you think someone kidnapped them?
It's certainly a possibility. We'll need more clues before any further inference can be made.
If they didn't leave, maybe they were made to leave. Let's make a note and let Uncle Dai know.
Let us all remember. Wait, this. Let me do this. Okay. Okay, I'm a little tired. Hey, there's Kunjin. There's Corlapis.
Kunjun, what do you have there?
Oh, right on time.
Did you find anything?
There's a chunk of ore here. Perhaps there are clues within.
Or, what does it have to do with the disappearance?
Let's find out. I'll give it a try. A moment, please. Okay.
What the fuck? Ah, I have seen that girl. I think it's a girl. I've seen it. The child.
Looks like he's concentrating really hard. What's he up to?
I see 4 men following someone out of the mine. It looks like a child.
A child? What's a child doing in a mine?
Is this quest called Nomi Rock?
I'm not sure.
Also, how did you see anything exactly?
Oh, I don't mean see in the traditional sense. I would appreciate it if what I'm about to tell you remained a secret. It's a little odd. I've never dared to tell anyone before. I can perceive the memories of ore.
Huh?
Perceive? So there's no conjecture at work?
You mean you can put your hand on a rock and boom, it just happens?
I've always sensed that ore contains memories. Sometimes it records events that occur in the surrounding area. All I have to do is touch one and focus my attention, and the memories come to me.
Interesting.
Amazing! So you can find out everything that ever happened there.
And
It depends on the
indeed.
ore. Some ores have astounding memories. Others, like iron ore and white iron ore, aren't up to much. Their memories are hazy. Core lapis and crystal memories are much stronger. They record more events and in greater detail.
Stone seeing. Fascinating. A rare ability indeed. It was prudent of Uncle Dai to recruit you, Mr. Kunjun.
I'm glad I can be of assistance. Based on what I saw,
I like you.
I
Kunjun,
believe
you're
they
nice.
followed this path.
Oh, absolutely.
This will take us north, away from the mine.
North. Another clue for Uncle Dai. Let's make a note of it.
Uncle Dai. Ew. Rocks. That's not Uncle Dai. His name is Bravo. Some names are just interesting. I'm collecting all the ores. Because I can. There's another white iron chunk.
Excuse me, sir. Are you one of the workers here?
Ah, yes, yes. You must be here about the disappearance. Please find them if you can. I don't know what happened. The weather was gloomy that day. The foreman left with a few men.
Okay.
I stayed behind with the other 4. After a while, I decided to take a break, just to catch my breath. I ended up falling asleep in the shelter inside. When I woke up, there was no sight of them. I'd only just been speaking with them and suddenly they'd vanished. Maybe I'm next.
I doubt it. I'm pretty sure there won't be anyone next anytime soon.
So the men that were out working disappeared, with the only one left to tell the tale having been asleep in a shelter. Perhaps an accident occurred on site.
What a scary thought. An on-site accident. We should note that down too.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be an accident, but more like, yes, someone was leading them away.
Found some clues. Time to report back to Uncle Dai.
Uncle Dai.
You're back. How are the investigations going?
We know a little.
We found 3 clues in the vicinity.
Like, that they're not in the vicinity anymore.
First, there are 4 missing pickaxes, yet everyday items are still in their place. This suggests that your men didn't leave of their own accord, but were forced to.
Or more led away.
Forced to? But who would kidnap miners?
Someone who loves rocks?
Who indeed? Second, there were 5 workers at the mine. One of them left the site to take respite. When he awoke, his colleagues had disappeared without a trace.
Perhaps it wasn't just a normal sleep, but some insinuating sleep. Like someone putting them to sleep, you could say. God. Ugh. My nose is running. 1 second. Gang, gang, Yeah.
Those who kept working all disappeared. The one who left early emerged safe and sound. It would appear that the incident occurred on site.
Yeah, the ones who left. You had to be awake for it to happen. Perhaps they were like trying to get everyone, but in the end it never happened.
Now that you mention it, I recall Bravo saying that he took a break.
Bravo! Bravo.
Could someone have entered the site and simply walked away with him?
Let them away. Like I said, if they're in a sort of trance, you could say.
This leads me to my third point. Mr. Kun-jun here made good use of his, expert techniques to arrive at a conclusion. It was a child that took your men away.
Yeah. Yeah.
A child? But there are no settlements here for miles around. There's no way a child would have made it over to the mine.
Unlikely as it sounds, that's our conclusion. Your men were following a child.
Where did they go?
North, that's all we know. Like one of the north paths.
We believe that they followed the road north, away from the mine and toward the ruins.
North. Right. I'll rally my men and head in pursuit.
Do you need help?
You've been invaluable to the investigation, but leave the legwork to us. If we set off now and make haste, we might be able to catch him.
If you go now and make haste, you will die.
Not so fast. The incident occurred 6 days ago. Even if they set out on foot, they will have covered a lot of ground by now.
You're right. New plan. I'll lead my search party over to the settlements further out and make some inquiries. There are only a few settlements around here with lodging for the night. We'll go investigate and see if we can come up with anything. In the meantime, you could keep looking for clues. If we don't see each other, let's reconvene at Wangshu Inn tomorrow evening.
Agreed.
All right. Me and my men will get going.
Bye-bye.
So, they're gonna talk to the people over at the settlements while we keep investigating here.
Correct.
But there aren't any more clues at the mine. Shouldn't we go north?
Wait. I believe we're missing someone.
Kun-jun?
Oh yeah, where's Kunjun? Paimon bets he's still investigating. Let's go find him.
He's going to be gone! Never mind. Whee!
Kunjun,
Ah, apologies.
Dragonfall.
Never heard of it.
Dragonfall is often...
I'm sorry. I don't recall why I'm seeking it. I've been feeling very absent lately. Name and address aside, I'm having trouble remembering things. In fact, I've been feeling extremely anxious, as if there's something I've forgotten to finish. It's an unpleasant sensation.
oh, Paimon knows that feeling. When you know you've forgotten something, but you can't remember exactly what it is.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know where to start with it. I've been aimlessly wandering. That day at the market, I overheard a conversation while I was buying something. They mentioned Dragonfall. It sounded so familiar to me, as if whatever it was I had to do was linked to that stone. So, I decided to look for some. Perhaps if I can retrieve some, I'll remember what it is I have to do.
I see. If I am able to during our endeavor, I will help you look for this stone.
Really? Oh, thank you, Mr. Zhongli. You're too kind.
Think nothing of it.
Shouldn't we get going?
Heading north from the chasm, we'll reach Lingju Pass. If this is indeed the path they chose, there will be traces.
Great, let's have a look.
It's just... Oh, I see the box again. Stay away, please. Let me get... Rocks! I love rocks. I just don't have to farm them. There is also, more slime.
Let's light it up!
Let me light up.
Adventure
And
time!
I think there will be a chest within a cage. Or not. I guess not. Stay back with you bug.
Wait, there are tracks here. These must have been left by the miners.
Let us make our way to the end of Lingju Pass. If there are no footprints there, it would suggest that the miners are still within the pass itself. However, if we find new tracks, we can follow them wherever they may lead.
Sinseria. Gonna be up. And the buckets again in the lamp. You do you. I'm not stopping you as long as you aren't bothering me. There's footprints. There's footprints in the door.
Hey, footprints!
Yeah, Paimon, we can all see.
It would appear that they made their way through Lingju Pass and kept moving.
Oh god, I gotta go to sleep.
If we follow their footprints, we should be able to find where they went.
In fact, I gotta go to sleep now. I'm pulling on Ryan's banner just because. Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, we could continue this possibly tomorrow. I gotta go to bed because I still want to sleep. And I lacked sleep this past few days. So, if it's night for you, I wish you a good night. If not, then good day. Bye-bye.